Hello and welcome to the Call of Duty Modern Warfare multiplayer beta. So I managed to get my hands on a key for this, so I thought I'd do a video and talk a little bit about the game. So I'm playing on PC and I recorded this off my ultrawide monitor, which is the reason for the black bars at the top and bottom of the screen, which in hindsight might not have been such a good idea. So my monitor resolution is 3440 by 1440. My settings are for the most part on the highest. There's a couple I had to dial down just a little bit. There's a few settings that I had to turn off and adjust. So film grain, for instance, I turned off mainly because I'm not a massive fan of film grain. I also noticed when I first started the game it was quite blurry, and the reason for this was because the resolution scale for some reason defaults to 65, so this had to be set back to 100. So because I'm recording this in ultrawide 2K, the optimization, the frames and the performance don't actually seem too bad. I mean, I didn't have many issues with it. The only problem I did have, which you may see throughout the video, is various issues with graphical issues. So the shadows for some reason will sometimes flash white. I tried adjusting various settings to remove that, but I couldn't find which setting it was. So other than that, there's not many issues that I found performance wise and graphical wise, to be fair. So I am using a controller in this, and as some of you might know, Call of Duty supports cross-platform play. You can opt out of cross-platform play if you want to, so if you're on a console and you don't want to play against people on PC for obvious reasons, then you can actually opt out of this. You don't have to play against people on PC. If you do want to play cross-platform with friends, then you have to have a Call of Duty account, and you will use your account number to add people to your friends list within the game. So when you're in the lobby, it actually tells you what platform people are on, and it tells you if they're using a keyboard and mouse or a controller. Now they said there was an option to choose so you only play against people with controller if you use a controller, or people with a keyboard and mouse if you use a keyboard and mouse, or you can choose to play against both if you want to, but I couldn't actually find that setting in the game, so I guess it's just not available at the moment. As you can see, there's not a massive difference between using a controller and keyboard and mouse. As I said, I'm using a controller and I don't think I'm doing too bad throughout this game. And I think one of the main reasons for that is the auto aim for the controller. So there's 4 different settings for the auto aim, with the first being completely off, and each step or each stage increases the amount of auto aim you have. Mine is on the second one, which is just very slight auto aim. I would prefer to have it off, but if you're playing against people with keyboard and mouse, you have to have some kind of auto aim, otherwise that gap is just way too big and they're just way too quick. I also had to turn the sensitivity options up on the controller because, again, otherwise you're just way too slow. You're playing against people with a mouse and you just don't stand a chance because they're just too quick. So the game was open to those on the PlayStation on the 18th. I think they got to play the game a day earlier than everyone else, and you didn't need a pre-order to play if you're on PlayStation for that day. Yesterday it was open to anyone with a pre-order, and today it's open to everyone as far as I'm aware, and the game releases on the 25th of October. So I've not been a massive fan of Call of Duty for the past few iterations of the game, and to be fair, this one's actually pretty good. I've quite enjoyed playing this one. You get a lot of feedback from your gun. It feels a lot heavier. You know, you feel like you're more involved, and because we're going back to the old Modern Warfare where it's a bit more realistic, you know, you're not jumping around all over the place, I'd much prefer that. It's slightly different to Battlefield, and I would say it's also slightly different to Siege, and I'd say it's somewhere in between the two. So obviously with Siege it's slightly more tactical, smaller rooms, and with Battlefield you're in massive open areas, Whereas this one's kind of in between the two. You got a bit of both in there. The maps are a bit bigger than Siege, but not quite as big as Battlefield. And you've still got that tactical play in there from Siege and certain aspects of that. All in all, I am pretty impressed with this game so far, and I think now it's time for me to stop talking and for you to enjoy the rest of the footage. So if you enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I shall see you in the next one.
HQ is green. Get the move on. We're at the HQ. Stand by. Hold out as long as you can. HQ contested. Perimeter breach. Defend the HQ. UAV is ready for flyover. Move out. Get ready. We move soon. HQ. Enemy cruise missile, take cover. Enemy UAV overhead. Allied cruise missile launched. HQ active. Move to secure. We're at the HQ. Stand by. HQ secured. Hold out as long as you can. We can't send reinforcements yet. Hold for the next wave. HQ shut down. Regroup. HQ moving soon. Get ready. Allied cruise missile launched. New HQ active. Move out. Enemy UAV overhead. Allied UAV overhead. HQ active. Move to secure. We're at the HQ. Stand by. Enemy cruise missile. Take cover. Enemy UAV overhead. HQ is ours. No reinforcements available. Allied UAV overhead. You've taken the lead. Can't send reinforcements yet. Hold for the next wave. HQ disabled. Get ready to move out. 10 seconds. Get ready to move. This is Falcon 3-0. Good copy. UAV beginning flyover. HQ active. Move out. UAV is out of fuel. Returning to supply. Enemy UAV overhead. HQ active. Move to secure. We're at the HQ. Stand by. Allied cruise missile launched. HQ secured. Hold out. Allied UAV overhead. Enemy cruise missile. Take cover. No reinforcements available. Enemy UAV overhead. HQ shut down. Regroup. 10 seconds. Get ready to move. New HQ active. Move out. Enemy take cover. UAV is ready for flyover. HQ is green. Get the move on. They're capturing the HQ. Go. Enemy UAV overhead. This is Falcon 3-0. Good copy. They have taken the HQ. UAV is out of fuel. Returning to resupply. HQ disabled. Get ready to move out. Get ready. We move soon. New HQ active. Move out. Allied UAV overhead. HQ is online. Secure. Enemy on the HQ. Move in. Enemy UAV overhead. We're taking the HQ. Enemy UAV overhead. Hold out as long as you can. Keep hitting them. We have have this. HQ contested. 1 minute remaining. HQ contested. Perimeter breached. Defend the HQ. HQ shut down. Regroup. HQ moving soon. Get ready. New HQ active. Move out. Enemy UAV overhead. HQ is online. Secure it. Enemy UAV overhead. They're capturing the HQ. Go. They're capturing the HQ. Go. Enemy allied UAV overhead. Enemy UAV overhead. We've secured the HQ. Stay alive. 30 seconds. Objective complete. Very good.